Hello, everybody. I am not sure how this is going to work out going live out in the middle of nowhere right now and driving. Clearly, people are going to be like, that's so dangerous. You shouldn't do that. But I will try not to look at the camera. And I'm also driving literally in the middle of nowhere. So, right now, I am on my way into work because it is server update night. And we do the server update night once every month. And it's literally, we all go into work. Basically, it's all the techs and the system admins. We all go into work and we do any kind of updates, patches to all of our servers, and that's like literally like 170 servers, and it's a pain, really. Ideally, it's not very fun. It's not complicated by any means. I'm in the Midwest. That's why it's still light. So I'm by Chicago. I'm actually like west of Chicago. So yeah, the sun's still up. Still got some sunlight. Thank goodness. So server updates. 100 servers where we do all of those server update, all the Windows updates, any type of different patches or weird fixes or things that need to be applied to those. Really, ideally, there's not too much that goes on server update night. Hopefully tonight won't be out of the ordinary. Being that I work in a hospital, what happens is a lot of our important systems will go down, and that does mildly, and I say mildly, and I use that with like lots of caution, mildly affects patient care, because it really doesn't affect the patient care so much as it affects the way that nurses can do their jobs. And I hate having to deal with nurses in the way that they do their jobs, because they can be crabby sometimes. So dealing with them and the way they do their jobs can sometimes be a pain. Just dealing with them, I guess. But some of the main systems that we take down are usually only down for about an hour tops, if that. We kind of streamline the process where usually, like, one of our main systems is like a vitals system where it kind of tracks the vitals of patients, and that's like one of my main systems. That system, I've kind of got that down. Once I apply all the updates, I can get it all rebooted and back up in about a half hour, 45 minutes tops, which is pretty sweet. And hello to whoever is saying hello. Again, I'm trying not to look at my screen because I'm driving and whatnot. So hello to everybody who is actually watching this. My phone says that I have a poor connection, which I don't doubt at all, because again, I'm in the middle of nowhere, like literally in the middle of nowhere. I would take my phone off of my little stand thing and show you guys that literally everything around me right now is cornfield. Like, I can look in every single direction right now, and I'm either going to see cornfields or farms, because that's literally like where I'm at in this beautiful area that I live in of nowhere. So I actually just got done dropping off my daughter 15 minutes or so away from where I live, and I am very, very truly lucky, because my job is literally a mile and a half from my house. Maybe 2 miles, not even 2 miles. I think it's like literally a mile and a half. I would need to I should do like a Google Maps and put put in the addresses. I think it's literally like a mile and a half from my house. I could walk to my job and it would probably take me like 10 minutes just to walk to my job. It takes me like 3 minutes just to drive to the hospital from my house. So I'm very lucky in that aspect. That makes being on call for the hospital very, very easy. Which, if I ever have to go in the middle of the night, it's a 3-minute drive. Very, very easy. But anyway, the point of this video is just kind of, hey, going in for server update night. Yes, it mainly consists of Windows updates tonight. I know like the group of servers that I have, there wasn't anything special with my group tonight. It was basically Windows updates. And my group of servers, I could tell you I am responsible tonight for roughly, I'm going to try to do the math in my head here and think about it, so give me a minute. Tonight I'm responsible for I think me alone tonight I'm responsible for about 25 servers-ish. Something like that. About 25 servers tonight. Maybe 30 tops. I'd have to go double check and like do an actual count. 25 to 30 servers I think I'll be rebooting tonight. So it'll be fun times. And then we have, including myself, there will be 4 other people there also doing the same thing. They'll be in charge of their own servers, doing their own things. I know one of the system admins is going to be moving over all of our ShoreTel phones at one of our off-site locations to different DHCP scope or server. Basically, we migrated a domain controller at one of our other locations, so I think we're going to be moving over some of our phones to the new server at that location tonight, or he was going to try to. Not sure where we left off on that. He was going to do it, or he was going to plan to do it tonight. Hopefully we'll do it tonight. It needs to be done so we can retire one of our old domain controllers, so that should be fun. You live on the East Coast, it's pitch black out. You didn't think it would be that bright outside in Chicago. Well, considering the sun, you know, if you think about how the sun actually like sets and everything like that, kind of makes sense that it could still be bright here. I don't know, you know, because it's definitely like going to be like way bright in California, for instance. But and now, see, another 20 minutes or so. Maybe. Probably another 20 minutes for sure. It's definitely getting very, very dark. Not very, very dark. It's starting to get dark. So, anyway, what are all you guys up to tonight? Is anybody doing anything fun and exciting on this lovely Thursday evening? Because clearly I'm just going into work. Work. Chugga, work. Yup. I'm actually almost to work now. So I live like 3 minutes from work, but I had to drop off my daughter, and that's like 15 minutes or so away from my work. It's taking me a long time to get to work. What if you want to learn how to hack? What do you do? Oh man, if you want to learn how to hack, there's like ethical hacking courses that you can take. I know like IT Pro TV, they have like an ethical hacking course that you can take. I haven't done a lot of research on that one, from IT Pro TV. But hacking, you'll definitely want to know a lot of networking, and I hope you're going to want to do the ethical part of the hacking and not the malicious part of hacking at all. There's definitely, the ethical hacking is definitely very good and can be used for very good aspects. And on the security side of the IT field, it is very much needed. And that's the other part of it, networking, security, those are definitely things that you'll want to learn to gear yourself up for ethical hacking. But there's so much that you'll want to learn just to gear yourself up for stuff like that. Hacking isn't easy by any means. But yeah, security is such a broad term, because you can say, yes, learn security, but you're going to say, like, security for what? I want to learn hacking, I'm going to say learn security. You're going to want to learn security for everything, and that's going to be security for networking, that's going to be security for servers, because that's basically, you're going to need to know both of those things very, very well. Does it require math? Nothing in IT requires math. Should you do Windows 10 after A+? Not really. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do with Windows 10 after an A+, I guess. You can just learn Windows 10 regardless, because it's going to be coming at everybody full force pretty soon. It is definitely going to be hitting a lot of the industry like full steam in a couple years, where there's going to be a lot of businesses pretty much forced to be going into it. Almost pretty much forced to go into it. Microsoft is, a lot of people think Microsoft is a bunch of jerks for doing kind of what they're doing with Windows 10, which they kind of are. They're kind of jerks for doing that, like with the way that they're implementing their Windows 10 initiative, and the way that they're controlling all the updates and the enterprise portion of it. But in my eyes, like, aside from them being, they're definitely going to control more of the business environment and how that's all handled. Of course, they're going to make a crap ton of money, but they're also forcing everybody's hand at keeping up to date on basically Windows. They're going to keep everybody up. You literally have to keep up to date. And that's great. It's going to keep everybody a little bit more secure in a lot of aspects, and I fully support that. That's going to keep a lot of software vendors basically forced to stay up to date in relevant operating systems. And there's one big downfall also to that, which also does kind of make them a jerk, is that it's going to also possibly put a lot of software vendors out of business, because there's going to be a lot of software vendors that just won't be able to keep up with trying to stay compatible with moving forward on keeping up to date with future versions of Windows and things like that, because they're too small. There's so many small software vendor companies out there that they're just like a 1 or 2 man shop, but they're used widely, like everywhere, and lots of different businesses. And even though that they're used widely, they don't expand their business to handle more than what they do. And that might not make entirely like a lot of sense, but it's just the way that they're done, I guess, for that specific business. People's hands in good ways and bad ways, and the ultimate path that they are taking with what they are doing is going to be a good thing in a lot of ways, basically. I like it. I'm happy that they're doing it. Sorry, I had to wave. I just saw the fiance. She's just leaving a work function. That's kind of funny. That's what happens when you live in a small town. So I'm like literally right at work right now, about to be pulling in to where I need to go. So that's perfect. I'm like 10 minutes early, so I'm making perfect time. Means I can walk in and start getting my Windows updated and hopefully get out of here in like 2 hours or so. That would be like ideal, is to get out of here in like 2 hours. We'll see what happens though. But I don't know. That's about all I got for you guys tonight on this fine, wonderful evening, because I have finally made it to work. And I have to go in and update servers. So again, that's all I got for you guys. Now I have to go inside and play server update dude. So hope you guys all have a great, wonderful evening, and take it easy. Thank you.